So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, but it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, is training.
forward, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some buttons and special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. Some of them crashing at first second. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the seat. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next
Greetings, everybody, and welcome. Welcome. We're flying from Stansted to Dublin today in an Aer Lingus livery of the Airbus A320, more accurately the Fenix Airbus A320, and we're going to go from zero to landing. What I mean by that is we're going to do the whole flight plan and show you exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it as per usual for the moment. So I hope you're all well. We're in Stansted, and it's not the downloaded scenery, unfortunately, but look at all the traffic. Look at all the traffic. There's someone else flying the Fenix there. Look at that. There's lots of Ryanair. There's Lufthansa. There's Fedex in the background. There's some jets flying around. So we've got all that going. I think I will download the Stansted scenery. This is the basic Microsoft one, but nevertheless, we are going to Dublin, which is the Orbex scenery. Now, there's another scenery for Orbex. Let me know, what you think if you're watching the replay in the comments. So yeah, there's a Ryanair shop there, and there's lots of traffic taking off there, just entering the runway there. So lots of stuff and things happening. What's this livery over here? Buzz. I haven't seen one of those. Looks like Ryanair and British Airways are mating. And we're all ready to go. Yes, I can't help it. So I had a very difficult flight this morning. Well, it was all fine until the end, until the producer buttons kicked off. Let's go to the cockpit. Producer buttons kicked off. And yeah, it's amazing how you get distracted and what goes wrong. It went really wrong very quickly. Very, very quickly. She goes behind the cables and starts pulling stuff out, and she's in danger of destroying the stream. But it's hilarious. So I've got my doggy cam ready for something happens again. There's the batteries coming on, 1 and 2, and we're already connected to the ground power, I believe. Oh, we're not. Ooh, just as well I checked. Hello, Lonely Reaper, how are you doing? Lonely Reaper is with us, folks. Lonely Reaper is with us, and so is Clappy D. Just moving my windows around up here. I need to get another monitor. And Mike in YouTube is here as well. Just saying hello to the people who are here. So let's connect the ground power. So we got to go down here to our Fenix Airbus little iPad here. Let's go down here and let's go down to... Go on. I'm not ready for that yet. We're going to do the whole sim from SimBrief, the how you do it. Ground power unit, please, thank you. And shocks and cones, no, one of those are a pain in the neck. I'll only have to get rid of them after anyway. So we've got our gate attached. Happy days. Let's get the ground power on. I love the way now it wasn't connected. That is so cool. There we go. We got some ground power. Let's get the lights here. Very common thing, I think. Oh, it's not working. It's the lights here. Yeah. It's the lightage. It's common because, well, I've done it as well. So if I've done it, you're going to do it. This is my 3rd week now into the Airbus Fenix Airbus, or the Airbus A320. Learning how to fly it. It's an interesting little journey here. This is my 3rd week. We put on the first officer as well. Why not? I think if you leave it off, it'll improve your frame rates, but I don't think I'm going to have many issues. Boom, boom, boom. No, up. Right, please. Why is that master going off? What is this here? Oh yeah, that's a fault. Well, of course there is. I've got nothing started yet. Okay, that's fine. Great. Boop. Now, you got to wait for a few minutes for this to align. I'm going to do it immediately by switching off on the nav and off again. And then it's instant. There we go. Look at that. Happy days. Okay, great. Let us go now. And the first thing I want to do is get the flight plan in. Should be fairly straightforward. It's going to be a quick trip. There's going to be no messing about. Make sure I have my engines. No wonder there's air. Look, the last flight on my controls, I left them on. So no wonder there was errors there. Let's make sure I have my detents here. Yeah, that's all good. And I have the brake switch to off. The gear is in the down position. Parker brakes on, and our rudder pedal is neutral. I love the way it does this. So if I change the rudder here, where is it? There's a rudder trim here. Now if I activate the rudder trim here, you see these numbers moving. Okay, you know, and what if you want to reset it? Just press that button. I like that. Great. Okay, so let's get the flight plan organized, folks. I hope you're all doing well. It shouldn't be a long flight at all, actually. An hour at most, really, maybe an hour, because I'm going to go index 99. Yeah. Let's get our flight plan software up here. Where are you, SimBrief? I'll bring it over here to show you. So, not worried about the airline. Flight number not worried about. Oh, I want a new flight, don't I? New flight, please. Thank you. Now, SimBrief, just create an account and you link it to your Fenix aircraft. It's very easy. Depart. If you want more details about it, ask me the cruise. Echo Golf Sierra Sierra for Stansted. And arrive in Echo India Whiskey Delta. Sorry, Delta Whiskey. Delta Whiskey. Good. Airframe, Airbus A320, and that's all you have to do. You have to do, I mean. So I'll get the bare minimum, so I'll get rid of these here. I don't need those. And let's check the flight plan, shall we? Let's choose one. You should choose the first one, I think. But I think this one here, back, so I think that's a good approach. That looks a bit odd. Okay, now coming into Dublin, I know that you're going to be radar vectored. I know that much. What about this one? That's a little bit more straight there. Okay, see that? Now I know that you're going to be radar vectored into Dublin because that's how they do it. And our exit here. Let's see how that works. That looks like it's coming in a DME arc there, possibly. Okay. So let's try that one and see how we go. Now the next step, of course, is to generate the flight plan, and you hit here, generate flight. Yes, I do. All the way across. It's up in the cloud now. We can download that into our FMC now because I've gone into the Fenix Airbus and I've connected to my SimBrief account. That's all. So that's it. Very basic. I know it's very basic, but what, you know, I'm only learning. DCS Ducks, hey ho to you as well. Where is the chat there for the YouTube? We're going to keep an eye on the chat, folks. Sorry about that there, folks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this over here. And I've got the chat. Flight Planes, hello, how are you? And welcome. So Cloppy D, Mike and YouTube Flight Planes are with us on YouTube and on Twitch. We got Lonely Reaper, DCS Ducks and many others. Okay, so that is our flight plan done and loaded. So the next step is we can go. I like to go in here first, my flight, and it'll ask me to import from SimBrief. Your first time it comes up here and it says to link to your account, you know. By the way, I'm sorry that didn't display there. Thank you very much, Valyal13, for following there. It's always the first person, and I'm so sorry for that. VALYALL13, I think. Valyal. I'm going to call you Valyal. Let me know in the chat if you're not happy with the way I'm pronouncing it. And welcome to the adventure of learning the Airbus. I'm 2 weeks into it now. Okay. Departing. Okay, great. Let's just get the weather here. After my departure, QNH is 1018. Great. So then I go to my flight management computer. Yeah, I'm going to go to init straight away. I'm going to go, yeah, init straight away. And here it says init request. I'm going to download the flight plan. Come on, takes a bit. Takes a second or two, like the real world, I guess. Now I'm going to go straight into flight plan here, ignoring all the rest. Straight away it has flight plan discontinuity. That's because in SimBrief it is actually only downloaded. Where are you? It's only downloaded from here to Dublin, but not the arrival and departure. So that's what I'm going to do next. So on my flight plan, I'm going to back up to Sim. The flight plan. Go down here, and we're looking for routing. Boom. I need to learn more about this. I'm going to talk about that later for the time to learn this. That appears to be, I hope to God, that is a departure. And I hope to God we have an arrival into Dublin. It looks like we may well have. Either way, we can still wing it and fix everything on the way. I'll just get my notes out here. I like to have a bit of paper ready with a pen. I have a great little pad here. Let me show you this. I got this in France. This is one of those, usually these are flight plans, they're more than double the size of these. You put them on your knee. I got this in France when I flew over to Le Touche, I think it was, my little airplane, in a twin. And I bought these, and they're very small, handy, because usually you get them in Transair or something or somewhere else, and they're huge. They're too big, you know. So we're going from Echo Golf Sierra to Dublin. We're taking off on runway 22. And we're coming into Dublin on 28, it should be 28 right. Is there a left? Not yet, but there will be. There will be soon. Anything about there? Okay, so let's just move this aside. Boom. And set our arrival. Our departure, excuse me. Our departure. Just going back here. Flight plan. Sierra, yeah. Good. Go to departure. We're going from my 22. Yeah. Nagbor, I'm looking for. Nagbor. Yep, there it is up there. Nagbor. It's a little bit different, and I don't know why. I think my AIRAC might be slightly out of date. See, it says NUG. BO1R in my, it's slightly different, maybe because it's out of date, I don't know, but that will usually works, I've discovered this week, if it's slightly out, you know, it's not exactly the same. So let's pop that in and temporarily insert it there, and as you'll see here, I'm going to go to plan mode. You see, I'm coming straight out, that's the correct runway, and we can turn out and off we go. The next bit is Dublin, and I'm going to show you the whole route now in a second. Next bit is Dublin. Arrival at Dublin, click here, get rid of those messages, bright and clear, get rid of that. I know I have GPS primary. Yep. Now require upgrade. Is that, maybe that's my problem. Dublin, arrival. We're going for runway 28, please. Where's runway 28? Runway 28, 28 left. Oh, interesting. It's either right or left, you know. So look for 28 right. Have I missed it? Okay, well, let's go with that. There's only one airport. There's not right and left in Dublin. I know they're making one. Well, let's go 28 right. But I want a... No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I want the ILS, please. Let's change that. 28 left. Is it? Okay, I'm going 28 left. Now, our arrival. Change that in my notes here. 28 left. I don't get the right and left there because it's only one 28. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I'm going to have a look at them in 1 minute. Yep. Arrival is Ambalex X3. There we go. There we got it. Boom. Temporarily insert. And this is how you review your flight plan. So you've got to be in plan mode here. You can zoom in and out here with this button here, this magic button here. Happy days. And what you do is you go next. See this up arrow? Boom, 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 boom. So I'll turn. Boom, 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 boom. I gotta just go in a straight line, folks, you know? Just go in a straight line. Really, there we go. And straight in approach into Dublin. Very nice, neat and tidy, and that's it. That's all I've done. Simple. I think if I hit B here, it'll give me the Q and H here. Yeah, 1018, but I'm going to check it anyway. Q and H 1018 once, 1018 twice, and 1018 twice, thrice. So let's have a look down here. 1018, as I said earlier on, it's 1018. Happy days. Let's move on. Check this time. I had a new checklist, but producer buttons ripped that apart in my last stream. If you want to review that later on, I think it's most fun is towards the end when I come into my approach. Okay, park brake set wipers are off. Let's point to where they are. You want those off because you'll ruin your windscreen in the real aircraft. Spoilers are retracted, yes. Engine masses are both off. Yes, they are now. Engine mode selector is set to normal. Thrust levers are set to idle. Yes, they are. And once and twice the physical one. Flaps are retracted. Yes, they are retracted. Anti-skid is on. Anti-skid is up here. It's on by default. The same, which is nice. Landing gear is checked and down. Yes, it is. And fuel quantity check. We've got our fuel quantity with our flight plan. When you load in the flight plan from SimBrief, it automatically loads your fuel for your alternates and all that kind of stuff. 1.5 tons, isn't it? You got loads of fuel. Happy days. Nothing in the outer tanks. Battery master 1 and 2 on. We've already done that. External power is already on. Strobe lights to auto. Strobe lights to auto. Good. ADRS is already aligned. Engine fire test and all that kind of stuff. I'll just do one of them for you here. In the real thing, you just want to make sure if you get an engine fire, you're going to be told about it. And everything's working there. 1 and 2 and 3. Instruments and displays brightness. I've already done that, except for the dome light. We can also test our lights here. See, test all the bulbs. Not the bulbs now. They're LEDs now, let's say. The dome light up full there, and let's get some lightage up here. It's going to get dark soon. No smoking sign to auto. Yep. And I'll put the safety belt sign on there. Emergency lights, emergency exit lights to armed, and the MCDU setup. So let's do the rest of our MCDU setup. But first, I'm going to load the aircraft, and the great way of doing it here, if I go to mass and balance. I go to load aircraft. As you can see here, it's got the planned passengers, it's got all the fuel and everything, so I can do it instantly. Let's do it instantly. Great. Dismiss. Now, if they had something in this where they may well do in the future, I'd give it a few minutes because you could hear the passengers boarding and all the announcements and all that kind of stuff. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be fun. First time chat from Gabwell 1974. Greetings and welcome to you. Greetings. Sorry I can't pronounce your name there. Brian is with us as well. Light greetings. Flight Planes is with us already. So we've loaded the aircraft. That's all good and dandy. Now let's go to our flight plan. There's our zero fuel weight and stuff. Let's go through our departure performance now, just to get all the data. Yeah, that's correct. We're leaving runway 22. Stansted. Our surface is dry. Flap config. I want to take off with one setting. Flaps 1. Force token. No anti-ice off. Packs off. Let's load up our weight. 69.9. Oh, that's a takeoff weight. Max takeoff weight. No, we want the empty weight. So I've made an error there. Let's go back here a little bit. Boom. I did this already. We want our zero fuel weight and our CFG for that because it does all the rest, I believe. Calculates it for you. Okay. 143. 142. Okay. Okay. 14.3. Let's go into init page 1. Flight number 01. Doesn't matter. We're not on VATSIM yet. Cost index 99 for shits and giggles. It's going to be a quick flight. Cruise level, I got to go to 20,000 feet initially. It's in the flight plan as well. Don't worry about that. Boop, 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 boop. Page 2. Zero fuel weight CFG is 14.3. Right? That doesn't look right to me. Okay. Let me know if that's incorrect, folks, because it just doesn't seem something off about that. You know? Something off about that. Anyway, 30.2 is CFG. 30.2. Boom. We can change that now shortly. I thought it would be an invalid entry. Dang! 1.36. Slash. I think I forgot the slash there. That doesn't look right. There's something wrong there. I'll have to look at that. 30.2. That looks okay. 30.2. No, I knew there was something wrong with that. Let us put in, let's see what the chat say. Thord over button, welcome. Good evening. Finally got the Fenix up and running, he says. Been a long while since my last Airbus flight. Let's hope I make this one make this in one piece. You will, of course you will. Follow along, it's a bit of fun. Interesting. Let's just come out of here. It's loaded. Okay. Something up with that, folks. I did move the aircraft beforehand. It should be a lot more than 14, you know. Let's put in 60.0. Just for the moment. And 30 point, what was it? We'll just put in there we go. A little bit of more work here. I don't see oh, that's an issue. 27.2. No 30.2 I said. 30.2. It's a little bit overweight there possibly, but let's just get it in for the moment. Let's get our block fuel in. A little bit of work now is required, so I really have to study that a little bit more. In fact, it's how it's actually done, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so that'll happen again. After init, we go to flight plan. We've already checked our flight plan, so that's fine. RadNav, radio, if we were to choose any of the RadNavs, that's fine. It automatically puts in the ILS for our return. Need page 2 I've done. And performance, let's go put on our V-speeds here, and our flex and all that kind of stuff. So then we want to come out to performance. Dancing Tango, weight looks to be in pounds. Oh, that's why. Why did it change it to pounds? Good point, thank you. Doesn't it? It looks off. Oh, I don't want that. I want the settings for the... Oh no, I can't do it here. Let's brighten up this guy anyway while we're here. Let's see if we can change that. Sim settings. Units. Kilogram. Weird. Might be... I did move the aircraft. I hit the Y button, and I think that might... That's what I'm thinking. It may have messed it up a little bit. Usually it does. Kilograms. You know. Could be a little bit of a bug. Anyway, let's keep going. We'll troubleshoot it. Okay, so we did all this. Inspect the load sheet. I've done all that. Let's get the weather and weather done and calculate. So it's going to calculate our V speeds. Our V speeds are 151, 151, and 153. That's quite fast. The normal. And 153. So V1, we're going to barrel down the runway. If you have an engine failure or some sort of catastrophe, we're going to stop and be able to make it by the end of the runway before we reach the speed of 151 knots. If it's after that, we continue. You're not going to stop at the end of the runway for yours when we rotate. If we choose our takeoff safety speed, meaning we will have authority over one engine control of the aircraft if it's an engine failure. Flaps 1, and let's see what it says to our trim. I'm going to write a note down here, so you've got to set the trim. Set trim. Starter preparation, autopilot set trim. Set trim. Hopefully I'll see that. Trim is up 0.3. Up 0.3. And notice it's the same format as it is in here. See, just get the format the same. 61 is our flex time, just for memory. 61 is the flex time. Again, a bit more knowledge is required there. And that's everything done there. Next phase, climb, happy days, cruise. And we worry about the approach when we get closer. So that's the flight plan done. Happy days. Predicted wind shear is to be on. It's not modelled in this one here, unfortunately. And neither is the weather radar. Now, I shouldn't put it on the ground because it flies some people on the ground, wouldn't you, in the real thing. Barometric pressure is already set. VORD ADF is fine. FCDU altitude, transition altitude is going to be... Let's have a look at the transition altitude. I'm going to put it in here for the moment, in the glare shield. So I'm going to go to Navograph here. Navigraph's a useful tool. You don't have to have Navograph, but I like it. It's 10 euros a month or that much. Somewhere around there. EGSS for Stansted. Boom. Boom. Approach. Well, it's usually in the approach charts, isn't it? Just very quickly. 6,000 feet or by ATC. Happy days. So I'm going to put that for 6,000 feet. For the moment, just for shits and giggles. Speed heading is all managed. IRS alignment is done. AFIS is arc 10 miles. It wants me to put it in there. Okay, let's just follow the flight plan, shall we? Boom. There we go. I'd rather have it more to have with it. Let's get this APU started up here, folks. Let's get the APU started. So APU master on and start the APU. Let's have a quick look outside. The APU starting there. Takes a little bit. There's someone else there. Let's see if we got who we've got with us. Shall we? I'm just going to reset the cam there. Whoop. I'm going to reset the cam and let's see who's with us here. If I hit the button there and hit backspace. We've got 2-3 Sierras with us. It looks like a Learjet. Marvin Biggins. We've got RebCap, DCS Ducks. We've got Top Gun. These are only the ones now. There might be some new people here. Tango 22 as well. Does Ninja you with us as well? There might be a few more. I'll see you. Flight planes. Welcome again. So we've got a few this evening, you know, a lot more than this morning, you know. I'm going to talk about that on the cruise. About my schedule. I might change it a little bit and I'm going to tell you why. So we've got a few people with us. Great. Let's not hold you up and let's get this thing started. I said I'd look at the APU starting, didn't I? Oh. And the gates have disconnected because we're obviously finished loading. Can you hear it? Just starting up there now. Can you hear it? The sounds in Microsoft Flight Simulator are absolutely stunning. They really are. I can hear all the aircraft behind me and everything. Absolutely stunning. Oops. Happy days. Let's declutter there just for the candy purposes. So APU, let's get the APU plate on. We'll need that for starting engines. There we go. Okay. There is a flight deck recorder in here. That's actually the checklist as well, but it's not in mine. Here we go. You know. Tests and stuff. I don't know how that works. So we've got crew supply on. It's not modeled for passengers. Great. Oxygen supply. We will be needing some oxygen supply, which I've done. Also, I think this is hilarious. You can check your actual oxygen masks. You know. Oh. They're not working. They ain't working, folks. I switched it off, didn't I? There we go. There we go. Happy days. Fuel pumps, we need those for stuffing fuel from the wing tanks into the engines. You know? That's kind of important. Air conditioning is all on. I'm not really worried about that. I just put it to low. Navigation lights to the on position. Navigation lights. See, still my eyes are hunting. APU available, APU bleeds on, external power off. We can switch off the external power now. Boom, because the APU is now generating the power for us. Let's put on the beacon light as well. That's kind of important because we want to let everybody in the ground know we're about to start those engines. You know, don't be sitting on the engine. So, you know, beacon light is on. And let's get pushed back and start these engines. Now, let's see which way we're going to taxi. So we're taking off runway 22. I would have a chart normally, and you want to know where you are. Runway 22 is going to be... Let's just look at the traffic. An awful lot of traffic, folks. There's runway 22, so it's not much of a long taxi. Look at that traffic. Now, I actually say I'm running quite smoothly now because I put my graphic settings down to high instead of ultra, which I had, but there's no difference between high and ultra, really. I can't notice any difference. A lot of stuff happening and things. Obviously, we can only taxi one way, so we're going to put the nose to the left. So let's put the nose to the left. Let's take the park and brake off. Park and brake off. There we go. Request taxi. On. Ground services. Get rid of all the cones and stuff. Don't need you. Don't need the ground power unit. Connect to the truck, please, Mr. Driver. Where is he? Where is he? I did move the aircraft, didn't I? So it's all confused and kerfuffled. Let's start anyway. It's a magical, you know, one of those magical things, folks. Let's start up on engine number 2 first. Let's make sure we have mode on to start. There we go. And engine number 2 coming on. Let's have a look and see where we are. Backtracking. Well, there's the truck now. We've left it behind. Wow. Oh, my camera is a little bit too sensitive, folks. You know that? A little bit too sensitive. I'm just slowing it down here. Very sensitive. That's very annoying. There we go. That's nice and smooth, isn't it? There's our engine. Let's get the nose to the... Where did he come from? Nose to the left, did I say? Nope, wrong left. Other left. Lots of traffic and things happening in Stansted. There's the Yellow Brick Road. I'm hoping to get the nose roughly on the Yellow Brick Road, and we can taxi out. Let's stop. I heard beeping sounds there. Disconnect the tug. Park and brake on. Park and brake is on. The tug can go away now. What was that for? On here, look. Oh, hydraulic rat fault. B system, low priority. FCL direct law. Oh, interesting. See, now this is where I want to get to. When something goes wrong, is what I want to get to. So I'm going to talk about my schedule on the cruise. So, you know, not happy with that. I don't know, you know. Is there something I haven't switched on? You know, obviously not. You can switch off the APU. Switch off the APU bleed now. Oh, maybe that was an error there. Let's start engine number 2 and see. And then engine number 1. No, that was an error on my part. You know, I got ahead of myself there. And let's see now, I've switched off the APU. Foolish, because I only started one engine. Let's start the second engine. That's why. No, that's not why. Come on. Why is the rat out? Why is the... It's not. It is out. Look, there's a rat. What's that doing sticking out there? I didn't ask for that. You know, what the deuce, folks? Anyone know how to get the rat back in? What is it? I didn't... Did I hit a button that I didn't mean to hit? Did I come down because I stopped the engine foolishly? Probably. I think that's why. I think that's why. Come on, APU. So we're... I know we're making hames, but we're learning stuff. Let's start up, will ya? APU. Come on, APU. It's at 100%. Okay, we're getting something. We're getting something for engine number 2. Okay, engine number 2 starting. Let's have a listen. I hope to God the rat will come back up. So you have an engine failure. That comes down the air turbine, and as the wind flows, it spins the propeller. Okay? And what does that do? That creates power for the hydraulics and electrical power. You know, so you can still use the controls. So that's kind of important, the rat. And I want to get rid of him. I don't want to be flying with him hanging out. You know, are we getting engine start here? Negative. Oh yeah. Okay, I've got myself into a muddle, but don't worry. Just have to realise it. You need to start the engines. You need the APU bleed on. Okay? Because that's going to suck air over the engines. Now we're going to get a start. I guarantee you. Come on, baby. I'll have to reset the engine number 1 now. I have it on start. There we go. It's kicking off. Let's see if the rat will tuck away. Big mistake on my part there, but there you go. We learned by our mistakes. I was going too quick, and the check this is what that was. I'm hoping this will just disappear. Will it do it automatically? I don't know. You know? I don't know. Let's wait the engine's fully started there and see what happens. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit of a delay on the ground. Our flight will be delayed for 2 minutes or so. How do I get the rat up back into the aircraft? Thank you for removing that message, copy D. Oh yeah, I'm not going to change it straight away, Petro Amiga, my schedule, you know. Talk about that in the way. Okay. So, rat's out. So how do I get it back in? Right, the engines have started. Let's go back to normal mode. Okay, how do we get the rat back in? Does anybody know how to get the air turbine back in? Anyone? EGSS low priority. Hydraulics. It's a hydraulic issue. Hydraulic issue? There you go. That's a lack of knowledge. Electrics, fuel. Where's the hydraulic systems? Okay, so now that we've got the engine started, we can turn off the APU bleed. And we can turn off the APU. Still hanging out there, folks. Still hanging out. Think rants are manually done by engineers. I don't know about that. They do. I know they come out automatic when you have problems. But I'd like to know. Oh, you have to manually put them back in. Okay, well let's fly with the rat air turbine. It's saying blue here. Green, yellow, blue. That is the hydraulics there. Yeah, that's the hydraulics. So maybe we can go to maintenance. Now it could be one of those random errors that they do. No, that's not what I want. It's in here somewhere. Is it Atsu? Com menu. That's a menu. They have a menu in here for failures and things. Maintenance. Ground service. Failures. No. I know there's failures in here somewhere. Maintenance. Pause flight freeze, failures. There's also for maintenance. Maintenance, here we go. Request pushback, no. Quick start. No. Failures. Index. Can't see anything there. Let's try and fix it in the cruise, shall we? Or will it actually do that? I don't know. Let's have another look here. Anybody know? Manually retracted. Okay. By the engineers. From Google, just clear the RAT option in the maintenance menu. Okay. Excellent. Excuse me. So it's in here somewhere. Is it in Atsu? It's a custom menu. We're back to failures. Maintenance, there it is. Ground service. We're back to failures, you said. Back to failures. Oh, RAT deployed. I didn't even see it. Okay, so I hit that. Now what happens? How do I fix the failures, though? Do you know? You missed the menu item. Go back, maybe. Failures here. No. No. Back to failures. What a pain in the neck. We're gonna stop. No. Yep. I think we go into maintenance here, isn't it? Or is it config? Ground service. Okay, you said go back to failures. Okay. Go back to failures. Go to maintenance. Or is it configuration? So let's do, you know. Oh, here we go. Failures. Here we go. Here we go. Maintenance. It's a different menu. Request maintenance on air request. Maintenance active diagnosing. Come on, this computer doesn't take that long, does it? Just will never get off the ground at this point. So folks, if you just joined us, the RAT is sitting out there and we've got to get the RAT back in. I don't know how that came out. Why does it take so long to diagnose? Come on. Let's go back here and see if it was somewhere else as well. No, it's taking a long time. Okay, just cleared the RAT. Just cleared the RAT option in the maintenance page. There's maintenance. Failures. And nothing's happening when I hit that button. You know? RAT deployed, but how do I get it back in? Petron Amiga, sometimes when slewing, your RAT can pop out. To fix this, navigate to the MCDU menu. Okay. So it came out much earlier then, okay. So sometimes when slewing, your RAT pops out. To fix this, navigate to the MCDU menu. MCDU. Maintenance, which is here. Failures. Press Control and click the button RAT deployed. Or you hold the Control key down. That's from the Fenix Q&A. Which control though? No, it ain't doing it. Hit the clear button. Oh, the clear button. Damn it. It's too far away. If you hit the clear, my apologies. Boom. Do you know what? Do you know what? Perpetual Amiga, right? There, it's gone now. You are the hero of the day, everybody. Perpetual Amiga. Do you know? Absolutely brilliant from you. Perpetual Amiga is the hero of the day, folks. Absolute hero of the day. Well done. Well done. That was just superb. How foolish of me. I should have thought of that. Clear, and that's how I've been doing it for the discontinuities. So well done, Perpetual Amiga. Everybody, hats off to Perpetual Amiga, one of our long-term followers. Happy days. Okay. Great, so we learned something new. Where was I? Mother of good God almighty. We're starting the second engine. That's all done. We can switch the APU off now, which I did already. We can taxi now. Autopilot and set takeoff. I want to set the takeoff trim. What was it? It was down. Let me just check that again. Let's go back to flight plan. Where was it? Performance? Oh no, it was init. Next page in the init. For the trim is... Trim up 3, up 0.3. So we can see now here because we've got the hydraulics on. There we go. That's about right. And let's taxi, folks. So which way I was going to taxi? I was going to taxi. Look at that smoke there. Look. Wow. We're going to taxi. We're going to taxi up. Where are they all going? Oh yeah, we're going to take a right turn. Okay, and join the other traffic. Okay. I don't want to make that same mistake again. Where's my aircraft? There we go. Straight ahead and to the right. Let's go. Park the brake off. Let's start taxiing. We worry about the rest of the taxi. Let's just get out of here. So, there you go. And you hit the Y button, it causes problems. Brake is off. Let's take a while to get going. Come on. AP bleed is off as well. Yes, it is. Transponder relief. Window probe heater and auto. It is already. I've been switching it on, you know, which is here. That's auto, which I've just learned. You don't need to switch it on. Only if you're on the ground. It's iced up or something like that, apparently. Spoilers to arm. Let's arm the spoilers and let's arm the brakes for the rejected takeoff. They're on to max now. Flaps set to 1. Flaps set to 1 for takeoff. Anti-ice required. Auto brake is already set. Nose light to take off. And when turn off lights on. Nose light to taxi, should I say? Sorry. When we turn off lights are on. Parking brake is off and weather radar's on now, so we won't fry anybody on the ground, although it's not working yet on this model. I think there might be an update though. It's system 2. Great. Chrono start. That's just the timer. Takeoff memo is now in the green. This here is very important. It tells you what's going on, which is pretty cool. So it looks like we're going to come down this taxiway here, which looks like taxiway alpha, and then take a right turn. I could take a right up here and then a left. Let's take a right here and then a left, folks. Good stuff. I think they might be our guys. They are. So what I'll do, there's DCS Ducks, there's Marvin Biggins, there's Ronnie Big Guns. I don't know if he's with us. No, that's someone far away. Tony Reaper's there as well. Someone else who I can't quite spot. So happy days. So I'm going to go past. I'll go through DCS Ducks. We got the gun with us as well. He's in a EasyJet livery. Squirrel, I think you're with us as well. Flight Planes is also with us. Happy days. Are you all learning along with me? Are you? Are you folks learning along with me? Let me know if you're learning along with me, because this is I haven't seen everybody flying the Airbus before, you know. I'm going to take a left up here. Are you learning along with me, love? Let me know, because most people know more than me, right? Most people know more than me. I'm going to halt at the threshold of the runway. Do you know what I might do? I know what I'll do. I'll take the early taxiway in front of Lonely Reaper. How about that? Because there's another one there. There's another one. There's Tango 22. He's in some sort of a fighter jet. So I will come along this taxiway here and get in front of the boys here, because they're obviously waiting for me. And we line up and off we go, folks. Oh. No sight landing light. Okay, let's try and do this as we're taxiing onto the runway. How about that? You know, let's take off. Come on, take off. Put my lights on. Good. We also want our transponder on and our TCAS. I'm going to look up now, and we're going to be in the ditch. There's our TCAS transponder, takeoff config, hit the chrono button. Let's reset it twice there, or 3 times to restart it. Flaps are already done. I want my constraints also. I should have done that earlier. And we're going to use flex for takeoff. There we go. There's a nice moment. Let's declutter there, folks. Let's just go, shall we? Please, I don't have to hear any beeps when we take off. That means there's something wrong. Okay, 40% power. Engines seem to be stable and loading up at the right time in each other. Great. And we go up to flex. Remembering to take the power back to climb at 1500 feet. Off we go. Lovely sounds. Absolutely stunning. And we're rocking and rolling, folks. We're going to push a little bit forward on the stick. Just to keep that nose wheel steering. Airspeed now is alive. Happy days. What? I'm loading in the gripper. Captain Tashaki. Greetings, Tashaki. Okay, coming up to 80 knots now. Oh god, here comes buttons. 80 knots. God, we're slow. Alright. See, we're taking off the flex. That's the thing. Oh, come on, full power. I'm going full power now. I'm not using flex at all. Full power. We're not getting a lot of power, are we, folks? Have I overloaded the aircraft? Have I done something crazy? Okay, we'll manage it. I'm not getting any inputs. I'm not getting any inputs! Died. Let's find out why that was. I wouldn't unstick at all, and it was very slow taking off. I know I kept going and I shouldn't have. I know I shouldn't have kept going. Let's just fix that. That is very curious. That is very curious. Let's hit the Y button again. Okay, that is very strange. I think I may have messed up the weights. I think by putting that into the flight computer there, we're overweight. And when I hit that Y button when I first spawned there, that was a problem. That made a big problem, many problems when we hit the Y button. Has it done it again? Because the weights aren't correct in the aircraft. And that is a big problem. No, it hasn't come out again. But, sorry, everyone's taken off there. You just have to circle for me, folks. What is the story with the weight in this aircraft? Glad it happened. Can set off together now. Yeah. Let's put the parking brake on. That is interesting, fascinating, and terrifying at the same time. It wouldn't budge. It just would not budge, folks. It just wouldn't rotate. And you can see how slow it was for takeoff. You know? Oh, side stick forward. Calibrate null zones. What the deuce? It was my actual physical control stick, folks. But I looked at it and I could see it, and it's not really doing anything. Calibrate null zones. What a pain in the neck. What an absolute pain in the neck. We never get out of here. Failed, prepare to fail. Yes, it's quite right, Perpetual Amiga. But it was working this morning and I haven't changed anything. So why would it want me to recalibrate my controls? That is absolutely infuriating. Let's go then to in here. Is it config? I could have pressed something by mistake. Controls config. I want to calibrate not my thrust levers. They're fine. Or they screwed up. That's idle. That's fine. Climb's fine. That's all fine. I wonder was that a bug. Let's just try again, shall we? Let's try again. I'm not having a good day today, folks. Oh, mother of God, what's going on now? Buttons. Jesus. What this is doing. Flaps stop and take off. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. There they are. In the centre of the runway. I've got another error here. Okay, we're going to have to start again, folks. Because first of all, so many things screwed up after hitting the Y button. That's a bit of a disappointment. Let's just try. Let's just try it before we go to restart the whole damn flight, okay? Let's get on the runway. And try and take off again. It could be talk about juicy buttons went behind the cables. I don't think it's that. But she's right behind there now, walking around, and I just have to ignore it. She's trying to jump up my feet now and stuff. She could tell by the sound of my voice. I know she could tell when I'm stressed or something's going wrong. It's usually when I approach, Okay, so let's go to full power this time. And let's see, because the indications there were fine. I'm going full power now. We've got all green lights. Airspeed's alive. And it was climbing very slow. Let's see if we don't get to V1. What was it, 151? That's the jog now. Buttons, come away from there, please. Come away from there. Come away. Come away. Come away. See, it's not going anywhere, look. It's not going anywhere. You see, we're not even at 100 knots yet, folks. So let's reject the takeoff. Let's reject the takeoff. And let's have a look at our weights, shall we? Nothing wrong with that. Empty CFG 26 minutes. Nothing wrong with that. We're just not getting the power. So it's happening, and it's because I hit the Y button. More than likely it's because I hit the Y button. How infuriating. Just because I did this when I was at the gate, I hit the Y button, and I just moved it to another gate. I moved it to another gate, and I put it down again. Plonked. And from there, it just doesn't like it, folks. It doesn't like it. And that was just before the stream. So we're going to try again. I'm going to put the buttons cam on for you because she's causing absolute havoc. Why would the cam come? There we go. She's causing absolute havoc now. Her head's in the bin. She was behind the controls earlier on. See? So, folks, I'm going to come out very quickly. It won't take long. But it will take about 20 minutes. Bugger. Actually, I'm going to reset the stream, folks, if you don't mind. I'm going to reset the stream very quickly. And we're going to get started. I'm going to go to the main menu. I'm going to reset the stream if you don't mind. So, looks like we'll be here a little bit longer. But I'll be on. It's the same trip and everything. But I'll be back in... there's no need to reset the stream. So, if you're just reviewing this again, just go forward. What a disaster. There's buttons making it more of a disaster there. Well done. Producer buttons. Just producer buttons. Would you do me a favour, please? Would you take everything out of the bin and chew them up into tiny little pieces so I can't... It's hard to pick up. Well done. So yeah, don't hit the Y button. Okay, departure is Echo Golf. Now you'll see how smoothly this goes. And I should have known better than to I should have known better than to hit that Y button at the very beginning, because that's actually quite infuriating, isn't it? I was parked around here somewhere, wasn't I? Was I? Put it in here. Departure, flight. I'll get going again. Infuriating. I don't know why the power wouldn't. You know? Let's pretend this never happened. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fascinating. Don't hit that Y button. Now what you see now, everything will work perfectly, because I've done this before and it gave me all sorts of problems. So we're going to set real-time weather. Real-time live weather. Thank you. Now I need my torch. Alt L. And let's get those batteries on. Battery 1 and 2. Thank you. And we have external power. There we go. Let's get all the lights on. This is probably killing you to see this again. Oh dear. Let's get those lights on, folks. There must be a change in the settings in order to settings in order to go away. Go away. I can't stream like this when you're like this. It'll can't even move the camera. She won't let me do it. Oh my god. Just stop. For the love of Jesus. Oh my god. I've got to do something about that dog. This can't go on. This can't go on, folks. See the lights up now. Clock's up. Down. Down. Jeez, let's get going here, folks. Let's get going. Okay, I'm going to do as quick as I can. Get all the lights on there. That'll do. The dog's ripping stuff up all over the shop. A lovely little mess has been created here. She's trying to destroy my streaming enjoyment. You can watch her rip up my room there if you like. Okay, so the gears down, all that kind of stuff. Let's get some more lights on up the top. Let's get these ones up here. It's the funny, every time things go wrong, people feel sorry for me. And thank you. G Cook Scotland 1 has subscribed Prime. Thank you very much. G Cook Scotland. Oh wow. It's a tough one. It ain't easy. Oh my god. I put the other camera on, shall I? So you can see, at least when I'm doing the checks, you're entertained to some degree. Let's put on producer buttons, the producer buttons cam here. Another producer buttons cam, which is up here. Twist this like that, I think. Come on. Yeah, I'll let you do it down. Right. You can see across me there, the dog jumping up and down, possibly. Anyway, okay, let's get this thing started. I could be here till 5 o'clock in the morning, folks. Really, really. Upstairs now. Let's get all the lights on up here. Let's get the overhead light on. Let's get the dome lights on. Let's get this guy. That's already bright. Great. Okay, so parker brake on, wipers, yeah, spoilers are retracted, yeah, all that kind of stuff. I did that already. Engine masters, engine selector, thrust masters, fine, flaps. Anti-skid is already set on by default, and fuel quantity check. Now let's have a look at our weights, if they're slightly different. Well, we haven't loaded around our flight plan yet now, have we? So we have to do that first to get the weights. So I'll switch on the nav on and then off. I don't know if you have to do all of them to on and off, but okay, that's all aligned. Battery 1 and 2 is on. External power is on as well. ADRS line, yeah. APU fire and engine test, we've done that. Instruments display button is fine. Safety belt signs on. Safety belt signs on. No smoking sign. I don't care about these switches here. Emergency exit lights onto arm. Yeah, they're armed. And let's load our flight plan then very quickly. Let's go into. No, let's go into init, please. Init request. Same flight plan. Everyone else is taken off, wondering where I am. I'm so sorry, folks. I don't know what to tell you, you know. 01 in the flight plan. I have to do this anyway. Cost index is 99. That will help me catch up with people. Let's go to 30,000 feet. Let's go to 35. That's usually optimal. 35,000 feet. The temperature looks kind of good there. Let's go to an page 2. Let's just go back to init here if you don't mind. Yeah, that's fine. Page 2. Flight plan is good. Let's get the actual departures and arrivals in here now. Is it 8 o'clock already, folks? Can't be. That's what she gets her little, you know, her little thing. Her little surprise, if you want to call it that. Begins with a T. Let's go to Fenix. Can't believe I'm doing this all over again. It happens. Where's the other camera gone? Damn. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Let's load the airplane. Load the aircraft. Oh, instant, please. Good. Right, let's just make that somewhere reasonable. $49.9 23 $49.9 $49.9 and 22.8 23.8 boom. Good planning, boom. She's gone behind the cables again. She's going to end me. The dog is going to absolutely end me. Lock confirm. I might have to get. Do you know, there's only one way to sort this out with producer buttons, folks. And she knows. She's learned. She's learned. She's learned that if I don't give her a treat, she's going to keep going. I can see her tail wagging even more because she knows it's worked. I'm going to go outside and give the dog a treat for 2 seconds. I'll only be gone for about 10 seconds. Oh my god. Yeah. Come on, do some buttons. Deeper dog. Come on. Easy now. Easy. Easy. What? What's that? Do you want a what? Do you want a treat to the dog? Is that what you're doing? You've just ruined the whole stream. The whole stream, you've just ruined everything. And you want a treat? Okay, let's get your treat. Come on. Dublin by now. Yeah, no joke. That's the truth. There you go. Now watch this. Just gonna settle down. Just gonna settle down and give him the producer treat. Should be part of the checklist. I'm gonna put that in. Everyone's left. Okay, it's just me now. G Cook Scotland, thank you very much for subscribing, Prime, and welcome to the madness. Welcome to the madness. Where was I? Oh my god. Okay, flight plan. Okay, clear those messages there. Flight plan. Departure. Departing. runway 22. And I said in the flight plan we were going to Nugbu. There we go. That looks good. Enter that in. Good. An arrival. It was a nice clean arrival. We were going to arrive in 28 left, but you know, I don't know why I was left in line here. I really don't. 28 left. Boom. And our arrival was Ambonex 3. This one. Boom. Let's just check that. So, folks, let's check that. All the other airplanes have taken off. Such a shame. Go to plan mode. And let's get this sorted out. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Straight into Dublin. All very nice and dandy. Happy days. I'm happy with that. Back to flight plan. Where were we? Okay, so init page 1, so we've done, I'm just going to go back a little bit. Init page 1 and 2 is already done, isn't it? Except for the V speeds. Okay, so that's going to be next. That's going to be performance. So flight plan, into page 2, performance, V speeds. Let's come out of here. Oh, I've got a headache. I have a headache. While I'm talking here, Perpetual Amiga, you sound a bit. You sounded a little bit worried about me changing the times. So let me know what you think. If the times, if I just did the evening streams, because no one seems to watch the morning ones. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking, to be honest. We are taking off runway 22. Right. Done and calculation. 149, 150, 152. 149, 150 and 152. 149, 150, 152. It's in. Great. You replied there. I was just messing with you. Ah, you're only messing with me. Okay, I didn't want to upset people either. I'll talk about that in the cruise, okay, and see what you all think, right? Because I think it'll be a better stream, to be honest with you. Right, up was 03. Trim is going to be up 03. So flaps 1 and up 0.3. Oh. Flex the temp is 60 degrees. 60. Yep. And everything's fine then until we get there. Okay, British Beach here is okay. Don't worry about that in the weather radar because they're US on this model of the aircraft. Barometric preference reference we said was one. No, was. Pressure here. Not there. Do I have to go out of the screen now into another one? Well. Yep. 1018. But it's very restless tonight. Very restless. Just give me a headache. 01018. VORADF's fine. FCDME altitude. What did we say the transition altitude was? Boom. 6,000 feet. Just put that in there for now. Speed, heading is all managed mode. IRS alignment is fine. That's check if it's fine. Flight directors both on by default. There's one there and there's one up here. Sort of procedures. Okay, APU. Let's put on the APU master. APU master on and start. Come on. Gotta make sure you hold that button there. I'm gonna put the beacon on now anyway. Crew oxygen supply. That is there. There we go. Fuel pumps. We need them for fuel purposes. To stuff the fuel from the wings into the engines. And I got a bolt. See, this fault comes up sometimes, and I don't know. I have to find out what that is. See, there's the gaps I'm talking about. So I don't know why that fault comes in. Manual, fuel, auto feed fault, fuel mode select manual. Okay, fine. There you go. I'll please you. I'll do whatever you tell, Mr. Computer. Air conditioning. I'm not concerned about that. Navigation lights. It's to on. We've got taxi lights now anyway. But the strobe's on yet. That's all good. External power now off. APU now should be started. External power off. Damn you. Did I not start the APU, folks? Did I not start the APU? You know? I didn't wait long enough. This is going to be one of those days. Yeah, it's on. Right. It's on. Super off. Weird. That's one of those. Are you putting with the wires again? Produce the buttons. Are you? All right. Let's get the APU beacon light on. Excuse me. Beacon light on. There's messages on my phone now as well. Beacon light 2 on. It's already on. I did that already. Let's start these engines and get pushed back, shall we? Nope. Start. Engine number 2 starting up. I got the APU bleed on. Just checking here. Negative. Negative with the APU bleed because I'm rushing it now, folks. Got my eyes on it. There, it's here. There we go. Now the engine will kick off. The buttons is absolutely driving me up. She still hasn't calmed down after getting a treat. I can't actually stream with the dog in here anymore. Do you know? She's absolutely distracting the shit out of me. But it's the cuteness. It's the cuteness. You can't ignore the cuteness. So I can't just laugh. I can't get angry. All you can do is just laugh. Come on, engine. Start for your valve fault. Oh, please. What's going on here? That's another problem. Just the buttons tearing at the wires again. Jesus. Generator faults. You see, every time I have to look down, just tugging at wires and stuff. This is very difficult. This is like having gremlins in the cockpit, folks. Let's find out what's going on here. It just won't start. Things aren't going to happen for me, folks. You know. I'm going to keep trying. Don't worry. Engine 2, start valve fault. Start valve not open. Fuel auto feed fault. What's the fuel problem? I don't get it. Interesting. Anybody know? Yeah, hit the like button. One full stream is better. Yeah, well, for Petrol and Amiga says one full stream is better. I think because I'm not getting any time during the day to learn new stuff. You see, This kind of stuff I need to know. I need to know what this is and to be able to tell you about it. Fuel selector manual, engine master 2 is off. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It is now. Let's just give it a minute here. And let's put it back on again. It's back on. Fuel auto feed fault. Fuel mode. Right. Am I getting these faults here? Do you know? Am I getting... Button, stop that! Please! I can hear the USBs being disconnected. I don't know what she's obsessed with behind the cables. Please start up, engine. Oh, we've got start, have we? Oh, we're getting start. Oh, hallelujah. 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 Let's start up number 2. And let's get a push back. For the love of God. I'll never get out of here. Can you imagine the stress? You know, you miss your slots. You know, you miss your slots and everything. And all that kind of thing. I better not disconnect the GPU until the engines are started properly. And engine number 1's available. I can see her down there. I can't get the camera. Can I get the camera down so I can see? You can see there. Look. Look at this. Right. I don't have a blinder either. I've got the camera on there. Let me see. Oh man. Sorry folks. I'm trying to organize the cameras here as well. So yeah, can you see there in that screen there? Look. Not really, no. It's not the best camera in the world. Let's zoom on it. You just relax there, buttons, and just at least if you settle down, that'd be great. That'd be absolutely fantastic if producer buttons would settle down. I'd be very pleased with that. You know? I really would be. Let's make these cameras a little bit smaller here. It's all very messy here on the desktop, folks. On the stream. This is the worst stream ever. I just can't seem to get anything working here. Let's get that where it should be. Up here, too many cameras and things and stuff, folks. Let's go on to the throttle, which is going to be account for that one. Just so you know it's there, I guess. And there's both engines started now. Okay, great. Let's switch off the irritating APU. Let's get push back now. Disconnect the brown car. After switching it on there. Sorry folks. Let's get rid of all the cones. Shivas. What? Push back. Yeah. So let's just get into the cruise. I'll be happier once we're in the air now. Okay, come on, truck. Let's go. Let's take the park brake off, which it is, and start. Push back, please. So look at it. It's dark already. It's dark already, folks. There's everyone there. Come on, push back. Come on. Park brake is off. Oh, it's not active. Damn. Come on. See, sometimes your physical controls get in the way of your actual controls, you know. So we want to turn up to... I can't see a thing now. We want the nose to the left. There we go. That'll do. Park and brake on. Yeah, go away, truck. Go away. Thank you. Let's park and brake off now. Thought I told the truck to go away. I did. Brake on. We're still moving. Okay. Still pushing us, folks. God. Wait. Stop. Stop. Stop, for the love of Jesus. It's not the best pushback thing here. It really isn't. There's better ones than this. There's a great one, what you call that, GTNX software, something where the people float in the air. But I'm not buying that until they've sorted out profiles. I'm not buying having people walking around in the air and stuff. I just seen it there earlier on. This tug will not stop. We're in all sorts of bugs here, folks. Stop, 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 stop. Stop? Yes, sir, it stopped. Great. Okay, back to the checklist. Engine masters off to normal mode. Let's arm these spoilers and put our 10 flaps down. Let's get our taxi lights on and all that kind of stuff. We'll turn off lights. Taxi to no lights to taxi. Good. Strobe is on to auto. Landing lights are retracted. Let's put the wing to the ice. That's all the lights for the moment. So 4 taxis just by the Pro Piece spoilers. Yeah. Flaps are set to 1. Yeah. Auto brake is going to be set for eject to takeoff. Please don't let's have to do that again. Not brakes are on max, good. Nose light and roll my turn off lights I've already done. Nose light and roll my turn off lights. There's a taxi. Weather radars, US and chrono, all that kind of stuff. Great. Okay, let's taxi, folks. Brakes off. Let's add a bit of power here. And let's get moving. Let's get moving. Okay, second time. Second time, hopefully, we'll be good. I have to admit, you can't see very well forward, you know, with those lights. Only a few feet, really. So, you know, not much. Can't see an awful lot. Taxiway. So we have to tuck to the end here, up this way. Ian Potter says doors. Doors, Ian says. The doors seem to be locked. Seem to be closed there. Yeah. No, it was a bug. I had to click stop loads of times on that. I don't know what it was. Very strange. Very strange aircraft coming into land there. See the lights? I love that atmospheric for the lights. I'm going to use the whole runway this time for obvious reasons. You know, just the power wasn't there, folks. The power just wasn't there. Was it? Just checking. That's okay, Ian. You know, I have no... Look, I'm asking you guys half the time. No worries whatsoever. No new Reapers with us as well. Hope Dublin doesn't cause you to have crashes to desktops again. Oh shit. Yes, that's right. I had problems with crash to desktop in Dublin. Yeah. Standby artificial rise is good. Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope not. 'Cause that was a bit of an issue, wasn't it? Where the hell am I? Oh, I went way too far. I went way too far on the taxiway. We're going to turn around and take the next left. Bugger. Sorry about that, folks. This is not a good streaming day. Look, we all have our bad days. I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to get through it. Producer Buttons, at last, thank God, has actually decided to take a little bit of a nap. You know, that's half the battle. That's the whole day she's been like that now. I went taxi far too much there. Way past the runway. Take the next right, should I say, not left. The taxiing is still very the rudders are very, very sensitive on the model. Very, very sensitive. You gotta land it straight, otherwise if you touch those rudders, you're off. You're going to places you don't want to be. He seems to be coming in the wrong direction, but look. What are you gonna do? Next flight now. Just hoping Dublin doesn't cause us problems. Can't be streaming for an hour and then all of a sudden there's issues with coming into airports. Now can I? I did get rid of all the scenery. I had some scenery in Dublin and I did get rid of it. So hopefully that's fixed it. But, you know. I don't know what she's doing now. She's just gone absolutely. You're right there, producer Buttons. There we go. We're on a nice runway there. Producer Buttons is a bit nervous about to take off, folks. Okay, right. After takeoff, 1,500 feet, take the power back to climb. We're going to take off. I'm going to use full power this time, just in case. Flaps are set. All good. Brakes are on. Great. Okay, let's rock and roll, folks. 50%. 40 is it? Engines are stable, and off we go. Hopefully this will work for us now. I'm going to flex just as we said, and now I hear. Now we're going. Now the speed tape is moving. Look at that. That's how it should move. Before it wasn't moving at all. That's 80 knots now. $120 knots. 140 knots. There we go. V1, rotate. 15 degrees, please. 15 degrees. Flight director, following the flight director. How's the right gear up? Lights are in transition. Let's put the autopilot on. Feet on the ground. Autopilot is on. 1,500 feet. Take the power back to climb. Boom. 5 to 10 to set. That was a big problem I was having with the detents. I'm still having problems with the detents now. Okay, TCAS is in standby. I didn't do that today. Let's clean this up here. I'm wondering, should I actually always stop? Because it's very difficult in the sim, at least, to be taxiing and switching lights on and off and stuff. I think in future I'll just have to stop at the threshold of the runway instead of taxiing and moving, because it's you can't just go, you know, you can't just go off flick, you know. It's, you're taking your whole, think about it, you're looking to a needle hole, you know. You're looking to a needle hole. So we're off now, folks. Accelerating now. I can take the flaps up. Flaps are up. Everything is as it should be. Let's do after takeoff checklist there now. What is that for? What's gone off again? Okay, we don't know what that fuel thing. We've had that before. Let's see. There we go. Okay, after takeoff, gears up, flaps are up, spoilers disarm. Spoilers disarm. Speed brakes also. Or should I say the brakes? Automatic off. Thrust is set to climb. Autopilot is on. Nose light off. Yeah, that's off. And when we turn off lights, off. They should be on. See? You gotta come to stop the taxiway. Okay, climb. Barometric reference is set. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. Above 10,000 feet, we'll take off the landing lights. Anti-ice is required. And seatbelt signs are. Probably didn't put them on. They're on. So we're wait till 10,000 feet for that. We're on our way at last, folks. And I'm annoyed a little bit because we missed the sunset in Dublin. Do you know? So it's going to be a night flight. I hope it doesn't crash in Dublin. There is a chance of that happening. Although you just don't know Microsoft Flight Simulator anymore. So now, with the constraints there, you can see that it's leveled off. It's leveled off at 4,000 feet, see? Now, if I didn't have my climb detent set, right, in time, the autothrottle would be messed up, and we'd bust all these constraints. So that's very useful from Airbus. So, can you imagine something goes off in the cockpit, even though there's two of you? Maybe if it's two of you, it's easy because there's one flying. Do you know? It's a lot easier with two of you. But you can see how easy it can go out of kilter. It's like a set of dominoes I'm discovering these last 2 weeks. Now, this is my 3rd week in the Airbus. But it is like a set of dominoes. Once one thing goes wrong, other things just follow right behind it. Now, little things happen in the airplane. It's smaller airplanes. It's easy enough to fix. You know, they're not that complicated. You're not going that fast. But the Airbus, you gotta be ahead of your time, don't you? Noni Reaper says, "Let us hope Dublin doesn't cause." Oh, you said that. I read that already. It's actually a YouTube comment there. Tritsfor says, "Hi Gripper and Buttons. Hope you are well. Thought I'd missed you. No, you didn't miss us at all." So we're on our way. Let's have a look outside. We're not going to see much, you know, because I missed my slot. I missed my slot, folks. It's really interesting the way the tail off can come off its weight and wheels as well, you know. So we're not going to see much here. Well, we'll go up here and get a bit of a wing view going, maybe, you know. How about if I put the wing lights on? At least we can see something. So we're going to start climbing out 4,000 feet. Wing lights. Buttons, would you stop? Go to bed, please. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Stop tearing up your bed, please. Yep, that's happening. Let's get rid of this cam here. Let's get rid of the control cam. You don't need to see that now for the moment. It's not the best situation either. Crappy says it's expensive if you miss a slot. Head Gripper Buttons, hope you are well. I thought I missed you. Captain Shaki says, name tags. We're all with you, D. Expensive if you miss a slot. Is it? I didn't realise there was any expenses if you miss your slot in the airlines. You know? Let's have a look and see who's with us. Of course, if you miss your slot, you're going to lose money. Really? I'm going to try and tag up here, folks. It's a whole load over there. It won't show the many clips. There's Captain Shaki there. Ah, look, we've got loads. They'll get back. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming back for me. Lonely Reaper, the V-35. Tuesday Sierra is flying a military a jet there. Look at that. That's the sound I heard earlier on. 2-3 Sierra, Lonely Reaper, Red Cap, Super Corio, are you with us? And Marvin Biggins. There's some new people with us now, and I will recognise as time goes on. I just can't differentiate between all these other people who are flying around. That must be another stream over there. See all these people? They're all bunched up there. That must be someone else streaming. So hopefully we'll catch up with the dawn. Do you reckon we'll catch up a bit? No. Are we going faster than the Earth rotates? So we're still 4,000. Oh, look, I'm 6,000 feet. So I didn't really see it. So we went from 4 to 6. Right, okay, so yeah, we're cleared now. Up to 35,000. Well, let's go up to 21, just 21,000 feet actually, because it's going to be a short trip. What is the suggested rate? Let's look in performance here. Sorry, let's look in Prague here. 37,000 feet is optimal. Speed limit is exceeded, is it? It's not below 10,000 feet. It is too. Just accelerated. That's just not like the real Airbus, is it? It's not exact. It just popped above 250. So we're climbing up to 21,000 feet now, and we'll see how we go from there. Transition altitude. Let's go to standard. Once on standard. twice. Good. I'm going to leave the one here. Leave the standby. 8,000 feet now. And we're bombing up here. Now let's play with that button here. This area here. Fuel auto feed. It says fuel mode, select manual, right? And I'm going to select manual. See it here? Fault, manual, boom, right? So does the same manual selected? Okay, so it just sees fault and it told me what to do. That's another bing bing. Oh wow! Flying Middy has resubscribed tier 1 for 7 months now. Hope you're well, Grip. He says, I am Flying Middy. I hope you're doing well, and thank you very much for subscribing. Remember now, folks, on YouTube, I think you've all left. On YouTube, you can become a member to support the channel, or you can super chat. I think that's how that works. Super chat members, you become a member, or hit the like button. Even that's free. If you do become a member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch, no ads. You don't get any ads anymore, by the way, and you get bits and pieces as well, which is nice. Other flights being redirected. Clappy D says. eWorld says, first time chat, by the way, welcome eWorld. That's a lot of fuel to get in Dublin from Stansted. Yeah, it is. I've loads of fuel. I've tons of fuel. You can go to bloody America almost, you know, if you wanted to. I just lumped it up there. It is far too much fuel, but look, I'm not being that realistic yet. So we're up now, climbing up 21,000 feet. We have, and I gotta be quick here. Let's go to the flight plan here. 263 miles, so at around about 100 odd, we'll have to start descending. So I think maybe 35,000 feet would be better. Up to 35,000 feet, which is the best economic speed for us here. Up we go, 35,000 feet it is, and then we'll be coming straight back down, folks. I'm just going to declutter just temporarily there, if you don't mind, folks. I'll just get rid of buttons cam there and my face just for the moment, and then we'll have a look at the comments. So yeah, all that weird stuff that happened at the beginning. If you're using the Fenix, don't hit the Y button and change gates. Don't hit the sleep button. I've had numerous weird things happen. I've only done it twice, and each time it's just messed up everything. It wouldn't give me any power there the first time. It was weird. Everything was just strange, to be honest with you. It's fine, mate. There's a squirrel off in the distance. Let's do our climb check, shall we? Jumping, have I? You should see the state of this place. There's papers everywhere from producer buttons. Oh, it's another bing bing. eWorld just followed. eWorld, thank you very much. eWorld, I appreciate that, and I'm delighted you feel it's worthwhile, and it is, because are you learning as well? I know I am. So just go to my camera for a minute. So thank you very much, eWorld. Don't forget the like button to everybody. So 340 knots, good. We're bombing along here. 250. I better just get a little bit ahead of myself, shan't I? So let's hit my flight. Arrival. Let's get some data in for the arrival. QNH Dublin 1016. I'm going to put it in here as well. 1016. Let's get into the other flight plan here. So let's get into performance. Next phase. This is managed. Descent. Approach. 1016. Temperature in Dublin, I think it's about 10 degrees. 11 degrees. It's getting colder every day now, folks. The winds on the ground are 270 at 8 knots. Oh, nothing interesting, quite fishy. 270 at 08 knots. Transition level is 5,000 feet. Didn't go in, did it? Didn't go in. 270 at 8 knots. So, 0 slash. I had the wrong key there. 0. Right. People are also moaning about the crosswinds and stuff on this. I don't know why. I'm going to put the radio there 200 feet for a moment. Nice. 200 feet to go. Full flaps on this one. And next page, just go around. What else do we need? Where can we get your altitude? I'll just zoom out a little bit here. Let's take that strange turn. Ground speed is 441 knots now, folks. Pretty much direct crosswind. At the moment. All good. Let's have a look at the comments. DCX, okay, DCS Duck, sorry about that. DCS Duck says, I was just approaching Dublin when my sim crashed. Bugger. Okay, it's going to crash in Dublin. Everyone's crashing in Dublin, folks. So I'm going to divert, okay? How in the mother of God am I going to do that? Can we divert? I've never done this before. We don't want to go to Dublin. It's going to crash. How can I divert? I don't know how to divert. Anybody know? Okay, we're going to divert, folks. Thanks, DCS Ducks, for that. I've never done a diversion before, so anyone who can help me. E-plan after a waypoint, select left new destination and type in the ICAO code. URL says flight plan. After a waypoint, select new destination. Where does it say new destination though? Do you know? Good flight plan. After a waypoint. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So I am now. We got plenty of time. Let's go to UK TAD or even further on. UK TAD. Okay. Let's go UK TAD. New destination. Where's it say new destination? Oh, it doesn't say new destination. Oh, there it is. Great. Thank you. I saw it. It's just me. Okay, we're going to go to... If I pull this off now, I'm going to be pleased tonight after all the hassle. I'm going to open up here and decide where to go. That's it. I'm going to go to... Liverpool. Let's go to Liverpool, folks. Okay. Let's halt our descent. What are we now? We're at 24,000 feet. Let's halt our descent. It's going to be too high for Liverpool now. 25,000 feet. We're going to stick at that. Left push it in again. Ah! It's moving around on me. Stop moving around on me, for the love of Jesus. Oh my God. 5,000 feet. Okay, great. Liverpool. I came for Liverpool. If I put this off now, this is going to be a miracle. Liverpool is it EG... what's CC? No. What's Manchester, no? We'll go to Manchester. Manchester's fine. EGCC, we're going to Manchester. EGCC. To Manchester. New destination. Insert. Cost index 0, okay. Westerly runway. Okay, from here we can go direct to let me get my face cam on here. We've got a bit of time to go, don't worry. Face cam, face cam, face cam, face cam, face cam. There we go. Cute. EV VOS or EL VOS. I can delete that. Let me just go back to flight plan here. So I can actually remove him. Oh no, now we can go direct, right? So direct. Where's directly? Direct to, I said EVOS, isn't it? This one. Insert. Boom. Very nice. Now what's that approach going to look like? Let's, we're turning right. Happy days. This is going to work out, folks. And who told me that? That was, who told me that there? eWorld. Thank you very much, eWorld. So let me just get that in my brain now while we're turning. So if I want to go to a new destination, go to flight plan. Was it here? I'm not going to ask you. Ask you. So is it in this? Here? No, it's flight plan for sure. So we're going here. No, what to do again? We can. I don't think I've really learned whether or not. It's possible. Takeoff. It's possible because I came out and in again, didn't I? No. Oh, I do. I have real world weather on. Okay, real world weather's on. Left of the waypoint. So. Oh, the waypoint. You go to a waypoint. New destination. Okay. So I just want to do that again. So you select a waypoint ahead of you, which makes sense to me now. So let's say it was TNT. So TNT, we're going to divert to a new destination, and you put in your stuff. Okay, great. I've learned something new today. Hopefully I don't forget it, eWorld. I'll have to have that happen a few times. So that's all brilliant. So the next step is to look now at my flight plan at my arrival. Let's go to plan mode, which we're already in. Let's zoom in a little bit. So things are happening here. That looks like it takes me out far enough, I hope. I hope. So now we have 121 nautical miles to go. Does it give us our descent point? Yes, it does. So Liverpool, Manchester we're going to. Manchester transition altitude is by default 5,000 feet. So I'm going to set our altitude to 5,000 feet. So 5,000 feet. And when I get to descend, I'll push it in to put set manage mode. Happy days. Thank you very much, folks. You know what? I've learned this. I know I don't know a lot, but I've learned everything from you guys helping me. Really, EVOS, people like yourself. And thank you very much. I hope you stick around because, you know, you've got your workload, you know, ahead of you. Can you go to Prague page and see what altitude is programmed? Prague page. Yes, I can. Prague page. The optimal, it says there, is 37,000 feet. But am I not a bit close? No? I'm at 25 now. You know. Set 250 to blue. Oh. Oh, I can do that. I didn't know that. So what does that do? Now you're in cruise mode. Oh, this is new to me. eWorld, this is new. And for the descent point is further away. I have to have that set. So much stuff I have to have in these checklists. These checklists aren't involved enough at all. There it is there. Okay. It was calculated flight level 350. I didn't know you could change that even. So you've got to set your cruise altitude in there before you take off, am I right? You got to go in here into prog mode and set your cruise altitude. Well, or is that uploaded by SimBrief? I don't know. It does it automatic from the init page. Okay. Okay, thank you. In flight, you can change it in there. Brilliant. Oh. Very nice. Anything, you know, I have no problem, folks, with taking any ideas from you, any instruction, because I know there's a lot of you out there that know more than me. Anyway, now, so, I've missed the dawn. So what I was saying, folks, there, I was saying, I want to see what you think of this, if you're still watching. I'm thinking of changing, no one watches it in the mornings, at 11 o'clock, and I kind of knew that might happen, but I wanted to see anyway. How would you feel if I had a longer stream at 5 o'clock in the evening? Or maybe at 4? I had a sneeze there. At 4 o'clock in the evening, 4 or 5, you know? So a bit more of an involved stream then. Because that'll give me time, maybe 5. 5 in the evenings, because that'll give me time during the day. I've got other stuff to do, and I'm not getting any time to study new stuff for the sim, and I need to keep that going, you know? So I want to get to 77 as well, CRJ, and so on and so forth, you know? So let's go to nav back here again. So that's what I'm thinking. eWorld, but have to go shortly. As I said, next time I can help a bit more. I'm one of the Fenix testers. Oh wow, eWorld, you're a Fenix tester. How cool is that? That is really cool. Obviously, you know a lot about the Airbus, and thank you very much, eWorld, for helping out. Hopefully, we'll see more of you. So yeah, there you go. So maybe the streams in the evenings are a bit better, folks, because I don't watch this in the mornings. And I'm not learning anything new in the mornings either. I need to spend my mornings learning more, you know, because it's the more you know, the better. So I'm going to start my descent now shortly. We got a bit of a problem here with someone that is 200 feet below us, coming directly towards us. That's probably one of the boys. I'm going to switch off my headlamp here. How far is that? Well, it's kind of imminent now, isn't it? So let's start. I didn't slow down, damn it. Dang. Let's slow down. I'm going to slow down first, folks. Let's slow down. Slow down. I'm going to go past the point a little bit. I need to slow down. I should have done that before. There's a deceleration phase. And then let's hit that. So I stuffed up there a little bit. So we're going to end up being too high. You know? I suppose it's too late now. I'll go back to manage mode. So we may be a little bit too high. This is the problem. Lonely Reaper says, I don't normally finish work until 5, so 5 p.m. start would be best for me, but I would love a longer stream as I miss the morning streams while I'm working. Ah, okay, I get you. It's not, you know, forever. I just need some time to learn more stuff, because I feel like I've got other work to do. Look at the moon. I've got other work to do, and this, that, and the other, and I'm not getting any time to actually learn little bits like the diversion there. Brilliant. You know, happy days. I'll have a think about it. We'll continue on for the moment in the mornings, obviously. I'll give you plenty of time, but I'm going to continue on in the mornings, and we'll see how we go. It's only the third week here. We go to our top. That's when we get back on profile around here. So let's keep ahead of ourselves here, because liable to stuff things up. 69 miles to go. That's fine. We got our transition altitude set. 20,000 feet now. We're coming back to our profile. We're going quite fast, but that's okay. It doesn't seem to have a problem. We're in between these two lines here. See those magenta lines there? One there and one there. I didn't realize this here, in between these two magenta lines, your speed profile is correct, and this little dot here is your profile on your descent is correct. So that's really important. There's a little green dot, and I thought that was your descent profile. It's not. It's the best lift drag ratio, I think it was. Lift to drag ratio, and that's down here somewhere now. So we're all good. Everything's looking fine. We have 64 miles to go. Let's check the rad nav. Let's check the rad nav there to see our ILS for Liverpool. And it is... What runway we're doing? What runway was it? 23 right. 23 right. There's a bing bing. 11. Thank you very much. It looks like Smurfic 2002. Thank you very much for following. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Smurfic. 109.5. And approach 109.5, yes, and 231 approach course 232, and this is just a little bit off. I don't know why. It's an update, I think, but they're all off by 1 degree. I don't know. F in front of that, I don't know what that means. It could be, I'm guessing, I just hit the LS button there, so we've got 109.5 and the correct identifier, India November, and we are like that. 54 miles out, so no panic, folks, no panic. Can't see a thing yet. I have real world weather on, believe it or not. Let's double check, because I'm going to look at the Liverpool weather on my phone. That's very strange. I thought it was a bit cloudy here in Liverpool. Or sorry, Manchester. We're going to Manchester, folks, not Liverpool. Diversion. It's IF4. Let's double check that, shall we? Let's double check that. So that's the second hand of something today. Live weather. Switch it off and on again. Oh shit, shouldn't have done that. Shit, shouldn't do that. It's a bit nuts there because it changed to... Yeah, we're on live weather. That happened this morning in South Africa. So the weather at the moment is 250 at 8 knots. I can adjust that a little bit. Get it to... I need to start slowing down here, folks. Is it time to go on the speed brakes? No, just help it slow down. Put out the speed brakes very gently. We're going to be 250 below. It's a little bit of speed brakes there just to slow us down. It's TNT now. And very gently take the speed brakes back up again. And we're back on profile. Easy. Yeah, so let's see what the sim says though. At the arrival. I can refresh it here, is it? No. It says it's fine. So the sim's out of sync, folks. That's all I can tell you. Or it's not loading in the weather correctly. My internet speed is like a bat out of hell, so that's not the problem. Don't land in Manchester. Tell that'll be Karen Clink. Sandstar says don't land in Manchester. Why? Traffic's driving through one of the runways at Manchester. Right, 7k. Very good. Very good. Splats 36.7 says, do I think I could fly a real Airbus A320? Well, you know, I don't know. I watched a video. Okay, bear with me. 22.9 miles out. 10,000 feet. I'm going to put the ILS on here. It's about 3,000 feet. Let's just concentrate here. I don't know. That's the answer. You'd have to be a pilot to tell me that. 3,500 feet is the ILS frequency. We're getting very close now. I don't want to come in too high. I don't have to go around. Down to 3,800 feet. Just gonna, do I have to put it in again? I don't know. Okay, we're back on profile. We are 35 miles out. We're looking good. 19 miles out from the ILS. All I'll have to do is hit the approach mode button. Let's get ready for approach then. Let's get the spoilers armed. Let's get the speeds for ejector takeoff armed. We can't have max for some reason. Only medium. Press with the mouse as well. I'm using my physical controls. We're back on profile and on speed. Descent to FCU altitude, set safety belt signs on. Safety belt signs on they are. Anti-ice is fine, barometric reference. We are going to set that now. Come back to the transition altitude, which was what, 7,000 feet? Transition is 5,000 feet. When over 10,000 feet, landing lights on. Landing lights are coming on now. So, see, better late than never. There we go. Landing lights are on. Let's get ahead of ourselves here. We're looking good so far. One turn to go towards the ILS runways over there somewhere. Constraints are on already. Confirm ILS frequency. You've done that. Intercept heading yet. We're waiting for that. Localizing load. We're going to capture that 10 miles out flaps 1, then 8 miles out flaps 2, then gear down flaps 3 and 4. And that's it. Hopefully I get a good landing. Now I'm going to record the landing. I'm going to start my recorder off now, because usually what happens is I'm on final and I remember to hit the record button. You've got to come outside Flight Sim to do the recorder. You get an app, you know, you get the flight recorder in flightsim.to. That's the one I use at the minute. Now we're taking our final turn. Two, then landing gear, auto brake, yeah, auto brake's already done. Nose light to on, I'm going to switch that on now. Yes, we got it. I'm going to come manually, so nose lights to take off. I'm going to turn off lights, I'm going to put those on. Spoilers are already armed, landing gear, yeah. Okay, so that's it. All I have to do now is hit the approach button. Whilst we are within range of the ILS and we're within 2 dots, so we got a one more turn to make, excuse me. So the airport's actually over here somewhere. You'll notice that you don't see the lights on the side. Let me see if I can just see. It's almost, it's over there, it's over here somewhere. But you'll notice you can only see the runway lights head on. That's the way it's designed, you know. So we're 23 miles out and all is looking good. I'm just going to take my face cam off for the moment. Face cam, there we go. And just have my drink here. So, do you know, although the stream is screwed up, we learned to definitely not to hit the Y button and slew whilst we're on the ground. So that'll screw things up. Definitely. I just couldn't resist it at the time, and in the back of my head I said, don't slew it once you start. Don't slew the airplane. Not the Fenix with all the flight planning and all that kind of stuff on it, you know. I learned how to do a diversion, which we're doing. Happy days. Which was, I go to a waypoint, I select the waypoint, and I go to select new destination. Brilliant. I like to do that a few times because it's easier to remember. 19 miles out now. ILS, we lost the oh, we have the frequency, okay. I thought we'd lose, oh yeah, we're in the cone there, aren't we? I'd say if you approach an ILS behind, you're not going to pick anything up, are you? It'll be your 9.5 miles out, so we're going to be more than 10 miles out. That makes me pleased. Transition altitude, let's go to, let's say we're cleared below. Let's go to our QNH, which is 1016. Once. 106 twice. It's 1017, correction, it's changed. 107. 107. It's only 30 feet, no big deal. Taking our last turn. Quarter started. 10 miles out. Let's get those flaps down, we want full flaps. There's Manchester. I love all the lights going by. That's all the other traffic, folks. And you can see the TCAS, this one here, is climbing. He's 1,500 feet above us, and that's what that red light is, if you can see it. I have to thanks DCS Ducks for this as well, because he told me not to go to Dublin, and then I had to. Let's get approach mode on. A little bit early for approach mode, but let's just wait for it. There we go. Approach mode activated. Approach mode is active. There's a runway ahead. I'm absolutely delighted I can make a diversion now. Absolutely delighted. Thank you very much, Eworld. The green dot, so to speak. Where's the green dot? There. Yeah, this is the best lift drag. Is that confirmed then, Eworld? That is the best lift drag ratio. Eworld says, performance page, you can press the active approach mode a bit sooner and the plane does automatically lose some speed. If you use flap 0, it'll go 220, flap 1, 180. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's activate the face cam. Face cam. I need to activate some buttons here. Face cam. So you can see my shock and horror if things go wrong. I'm too high, and I'm not following the approach at all. Okay, let's not panic. I've got approach mode on. Okay, so bugger. That's what I'll say to that. Too high, best go heading mode and go around. Okay, let's go heading mode. Good God. Yeah, let's go heading mode and let's just say Gripper Sim, take a heading of 330. Let's go around. Bugger. I thought I caught that. That's weird. That is very strange. You see when you're chatting how incredibly distracting that is? I was chatting there, looking at other stuff. You see how important a sterile cockpit is, folks? That it's vital. You can't be chit-chatting and looking around and activating cameras and stuff. It's absolutely bizarre. So we're going to turn back the other way here. I'm going to intercept the ILS again. I hit the approach mode button. I didn't watch it go down. I went chatting. I didn't know any flaps. That's the danger. Chatting, looking at comments and stuff. So next time, the diamond, says eWorld, was under the first dot when you pressed approach mode. So the plane was too high to catch it. I think it was because you missed via the arrival. Okay. No worries. No worries. So we'll take it in manually. And I really, eWorld, that was a prime example that it happens a lot to me, and I have to remind myself to go stop looking at the comments on the way in, because this happens a lot, you know. And now you can see the importance, and I do it in the little airplanes. Sterile cockpit. Don't talk about something else. I don't care what you just saw. Do you know? And I'm not doing it here at all. I'm breaking all my own rules. But it's a great lesson to see it actually happen. You're stuffed up. You get sacked. You know, you get sacked, won't you? So we'll come out now in a downwind. There's the moon. We'll do a nice leisurely approach. The diamond was under the first dot. It was. You see, we need to intercept from below the ILS eWorld, isn't it? You know. And I wasn't really paying attention. Flying Mickey, I always find 3,000 feet to be a good height to catch the glide slope and hit the approach. Flying Mickey also says just a general height though. Yeah, absolutely. But I learnt a lot in this one. Lots to stream. Diversion. Don't hit the Y button when you're on the stand when you start the sim in the Fenix, which is fine. It's a Microsoft thing. How to do diversion. You know, and I made some mistakes too. I'd rather make mistakes here than, you know, in a real airplane. I've always traditionally made all my mistakes on the ground. If I make mistakes if it's busy flying and lots of things and stuff are happening, there's a lot of paperwork involved as well. Commercial flying, even the light winds. I made all my mistakes in the ground. And that's the way it should be. If you're going to make any mistakes, as far as I'm concerned, make them on the ground. Not in the airplane now. When I say in the ground, you're walking away from the airplane. You know, and you fucked up your documentation. Excuse my French, by the way. Shouldn't have said that. Did you? I've always made mistakes on the ground. And I'm quite consistent with that. Now, that's to say, when I make mistakes on the ground, it's not that much. Maybe. So now we're below the glide slope. So now I'm going to start turning in. Just gently. Now, of course, it'll be vectors. You know? So I'm just making up the vectors. Going around, buttoning all the passengers. Everyone's following me. Blind leading the blind, folks.
2,500.
Oh, the ground's coming up to meet us. At this point, I'd be worried about the train and all that kind of stuff, and what's your minimum descent altitudes, and where the train is. Now, that should be a nice intercept there. Not quite, actually. Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe. Well, that's the speed gripper sim. I don't want that. I want that to be managed. $13 miles out. There we go. We're back to management now and speed. Auto throttle still armed. Let's get in here. Come on, 12.5 miles out. I'm waiting for this, the localizer to come in. There we go. Approach mode, please. I know it's very tight. Come on, approach mode. Come on, can you do it? Can you do it? Keeping an eye on it. Come on, turn, turn, turn. Maybe it was a bit of an aggressive turn there. It was an aggressive turn. Let's see if it manages it. Keeping an eye on it now. Sterile cockpit. We're going to have to turn right a little bit more. Well, it's going to disengage now if it doesn't, if it loses the capture. Now turn left now, I would say, computer. Can you turn left now, computer? I would be if I were you. Don't do it again. We're descending. Will it capture it? You are press approach and it will catch when passing. Okay, cool. There, that looks okay. It turned well there. I have to say, wow. That kind of turned like a human would turn the aircraft. So we are now capturing it. We're descending now. We're 9 miles out, getting ready for flaps now. Speed checks, flaps 1. I know I'm doing it a bit earlier, a mile early, so what? Flaps 1. All the lights are on. I haven't changed anything from before. I'm going to flaps 2. I want to get all this done early. Don't want to be lowering flaps when I'm flying manual, you know. Flaps 2. Now flaps 3. And gear down. Too early for flaps 3. Go percent. Gears coming down. Flaps 3. And flaps full is 177 knots. Come on, flaps full, so I can disconnect then. Now, my autopilot disconnect button, it won't work. I don't know why that is. It's not the sim or anything, it's me. I don't know what controls to actually do it on. So we'll keep it going down here. Actually, I'm going to disarm it now, give myself some practice. So approach mode, autopilot is deactivated. It's going to moan now a minute. There we go. And eyes in. Eyes in, less is more. It's shuddering too much, it's very hard to read the... I've got the flap on FS realistic set too high, you know, with the flaps. It's very hard to read the screen there. Okay. There you go. There you go. I keep wanting to trim. Well, it's auto trim, isn't it? Or manual. Changing hands now for the throttle. Getting ready for the throttle. Ready now. We're on it. Little movements. The closer you get to the ILS, the more sensitive it becomes. 800 feet a minute, please. Not 1,000.
1,000.
1,000 feet to go. Looking good. It's very slippery. It's very slippery. I must remember, don't approach the runway from the side. It's going to slide all over the place. Wants me to go to the left a little bit. A little bit of wind from the right. Getting too high now. Too high. Got to change the views now for eye candy purposes. Still within half scale. Half scale. Got the pockets.
500.
500 feet to go. Getting a little bit low. Don't go half scale, go percent. Don't go half scale. No. Keep driving in. A little bit high, don't worry, we'll fix that. Don't go half scale. Oh, I'm more visual anyway, it doesn't matter. That's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. Flare 30 feet, there's the traffic on the ground, it's fantastic. Get that aiming point correct.
Slide slow.
Oh, this is my flaps on full. Oh, they are.
Slow.
I'm not going slow.
Okay. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Oh, full back pressure there. Let's get the nose wheel down.
That was tricky.
Don't go
Good
mess with the
landing
rudders.
after all.
I couldn't get a lot of authority on the elevator there. Maybe not. Okay, that's the brake off. Brakes off. Flaps up. Come on, keep going. Why is it stop? Keep going. Keep going. Flaps up. Interesting stream for me, certainly. I don't know how you felt by watching it there, folks. eWorld, is that fantastic? Shaking it. FS Realistic, yeah, FS Realistic is shaking it too much. I have that turned up too high. So what I'm going to do now, the minute I get off this taxiway, because I'm back at this in the morning, I'm going to lower that because it's too shaky with FS Realistic. Just a little bit too shaky. Now, is that realistic? I don't know. But I was kind of, I had to have the view, so I got these key lights here. So that's not easy. I'm just going to come to the holding point here behind our friend. Is that DCS? No, he left. I'm not sure the tags. So parking back on. Let's go to FS Realistic right now and change that because that was just too much. Where are you, FS Realistic? Flap stress. Shaking. Look at that down there. I'm moving down there. Flap lever. Sound, that's the sound. Flap stress, I think that's it. Is it G-forces as well? Maybe I have up too much. Adding move to the pilot's body caused by change G-force. Oh, that's your head movement, I think. So I think that'll fix it. Also, I have the landing. The landing effect is too high as well, I think, because I've changed all of this. And down the inside, and it's down. It's fine. Go well. Turbulence is fine with that. Touchdown main. So I got that way too high. It looks like I do a terrible thump all the time. You know? Way too high. Toilet flush is hilarious. Stick shaker. Yeah, we don't need that, thank you. Stall button is fine. Speed brake drag. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's a bit high. I don't know. See, I haven't been in a real one. In the cockpit, at least. So there you go. That's FS realistic. Let's tidy everything up. Go to a gate and have a look at the replay. For the replay, I'm going to change it to daytime, folks, so you can see what's happening. I would see if that was a good landing or not. I didn't get much rudder authority on applying back pressure. It's that me start setting up the trim. I'm not too sure. I really don't know. But I know that by now. I just read too late. That's my fault. Okay, so weather radar off. It is off anyway. Flaps are already retracted. TCAS off and... Excuse me. GCAS is standby and transponder to standby. Transponder to standby. Protective wind shear off. Yeah, it's off already. Nose light to taxi. Nose light to taxi. Landing lights off. Spoilers on. Retracted. APU master on. I'll do it anyway for shit and giggles. I'm not going to be switching off the engines purely because let's taxi it. It's all good. So let's have fun, shall we, with the ATC and see if we can get taxi to the gates. Turn to ground. Taxi to gate, please. Okay. So this is it's going to be difficult. Taxi to gate 25 via taxiway Bravo Delta Alpha Bravo Delta Quebec Lima. Oh no. Gosh, dudes. Yes, I heard your last transmission. Yeah. Let's see. Flight sim. And by the way, Evo eWorld, before you go, thank you very much. You're a star. Your question there, is that FS realistic shaking it? Yes, it is, absolutely. Flying Miggy, nice stream. Learned a lot there. Thanks, Flying Miggy. Lonely Reaper. That's me in front of you, Gripperson. Oh, great, Lonely Reaper. Nice one. Let's have a look at YouTube chat. What do we get there? We got a few shots that I missed. I missed some of you. My apologies. Sandstar, welcome. Go way back here. You were talking away a lot. Welcome, Sandstar. You were chatting with Clappy D. Was it Sandstar? Knock is lovely as all west of Ireland. Knock is a lovely part of the western Ireland. It is. Knock is lovely. The west of Ireland's very, very nice. And so is the east coast, you know. Takeoff and not for the faint-hearted like me. Takeoffs. Okay. Sandstar is talking as well. You're chatting amongst yourselves. Welcome, Sandstar. Sanastar. Satistar is saying, I left Knock Airport in 2012 with my 7-year-old daughter. Wind, rain, thunderstorms and turbulence on a short flight to Heathrow. Never been more scared in my life. Well, actually, it's funny. I used to be a nervous passenger in the jets for years. Up to about 26 or 7, I think it was. I just didn't care all of a sudden. But more so, actually, when I learned how to fly... Even better, I don't care now at all. All sorts of terrible things happened to me once on a flight. Everybody was crying and screaming, and I was going, I know, they're just going to do X, Y, Z, it's no big deal. And I was really quite relaxed. Poor girl beside me was crying. Good. Liverpool is safer, Sanastar, you were saying. Yeah, I just took it. I just wanted an ICAO close by. That's really what I was thinking. I want a ICAO close by. Very good. And someone there from, I'm from Rashi. Is that in India, Rashi? From Rashi? Are you from India? Lord Taylor, welcome. Try the V1 simulations profile. Oh, okay. Clappy D, you're dealing with the issues. Clappy D is saying, you are dealing with the issues which a lot of us are experiencing. Well done. Great. Happy days. And ERL says no problem to get the hang of it. Great, there you go. I might do a diversion tomorrow just for shits and giggles, just for practice, folks. Park break off. And we're going to taxi to the gate. Let's see if we can find the gates. This is really for me now. Bravo Delta together, you know. Bravo to Delta, maybe he's saying. So I'm on Bravo, go to Delta. So there's no taxiways here. So I know that Flight Simulator itself aren't the best with the taxiways. Oh, by the way, eWorld, if you're still watching, The Fenix is brilliant. I'm really impressed. That's why I'm doing all these streams. It's all on the Fenix. You know, it's really good if you're still here. Lonely Reaper says, I love being involved in your streams and you make it fun to learn along with you. Oh great, so it is useful then. My crazy madness. Yeah, it is. We did learn something there, folks, didn't we? You know, with the diversion, especially because I was nervous about that. You know, there you are. There's my escort. And damn it, I couldn't see you outside there. We'll get it one day. There we go. Got my baby wheels on. That's a Ryanair in flight. Let's go back behind the Ryanair. That looks cool. You know, that looks kind of cool there. With the moon and stuff. Let's see what that is. You know, it's like giving me your... Whoever's in front of me there, you're doing a great job. I just can't get your tag to say how cool that looks. It might be actually real world traffic for all I know. That's quite a view there in Dublin. Sorry, in Manchester. Oh yeah, I gotta apologise to the passengers. You know, Producer Buttons, are you pretty upset about all this going to Manchester? I take that as a yes then. Oh, you have to laugh. That is obviously just, that's not a person. So I'm going to pass that traffic out. Well, I suppose you'd be taxing that slowly. I'm concerned with boring people. Now, I wouldn't be this far behind an airplane. Do you know why, folks? In the reality of it. FOD. Foreign object debris. FOD. He's got his engines now, bring him along, and if there's any bits of metal or something on the taxiway, it's going to go flying up into the windscreen, isn't it? And into the aircraft, going to hit a pitot tube or something. So you'd want to keep your distance. What that distance is a very good point, because I don't remember learning that in ATPLs in my air transport pilot license exams. It had everything else. What's the distance between the taxiway lights? You had to memorize the distance between the taxiway lights, the distance between the white lines at the center of the runway, the width, the length of them. Yeah. The distance and width of all the lights inside the cockpit, you know, along all the seats, the emergency lights. Yeah. How many fire extinguishers are on board? All this nonsense. But it didn't tell us, and I know this, what distance should you keep on a jet while taxiing the taxiway. There you go. But there was a lot of useful stuff in there, I have to say. A lot of it was. You know. No, a lot of it wasn't. They taught us nothing about modern aircraft at all, really. Not really. A little bit, not really. A little bit of radio, and it was very easy. So look, you know, I'm moaning. I'm moaning. I know it. I know I'm moaning. eWorld, you will learn the distance automatic. Lol. Yeah. Is he going into my parking space? Oh, he's not. That Ryanair car. Get out of my way, Ryanair. Go on. It's very cool to have other traffic in the airport, you know. Let's see how that landing went. So eWorld, yeah, I'm a fan of the Fenix. I am. I tell you what I would like though, you know, the cabin crew giving their announcements. I know that's sad, isn't it? You know, when you switch off the landing light or something like that. Are they going to do that, I wonder? I don't know. But yeah. And how do you become a tester, I wonder? I don't want to become a tester because I don't know much about the Airbus, but it's all very good. There's our parking spot. It's giving it away, but there's no lights here. I need to download some airports, folks. It's usually there's lights all over these areas here, and there isn't any. So I'm going to leave the baby wheels on for the moment. I don't feel bad about using the baby wheels. Now I'm referring to the taxi lights there, the little green lights there telling me where to taxi at the moment, because first of all, taxiing around airports, it's a mystery to me. It's not really a mystery, it's just, you know, just make sure the nose wheel's underneath me. It's not on the nose. Can't see the yellow line there. There we are. Okay, keep going. There we go. Get rid of the lines there. I don't know what that gate thinks it's doing there, but it's not paid scenery, so what are we going to do? Oh, there's a man with the lights. I'm going to come to a halt here. He wants us to crash into the gate. Parking brake on, and all the shutdown stuff and things happen. So let's have a look at the replay, folks. Let's have a look at the replay and see what we're doing. Come on, replay. Where are you? Here we are. Now, first of all, I'm going to change it to daylight, so you can actually see the landing. Good. The weather wasn't synced, by the way. Stop recording. Replay. Now, I did start it a long way off the replay. We went around and everything. And here we go. Resume replay. Some things are out of sync in the replay. But it does get the landing. You didn't get to see much of the Aer Lingus livery there. Now, I'm going to slow the camera up down a bit. And I'm going to slow down the turning. That's better. Oh, it's turned off from Charlie there. There we go. It won't record the flaps. That's just Flight Simulator, folks. They won't get their recorder sorted out. I wish they thought of that. But I love the way the slats go up. And look at the dirt. Look at the bits of dirt there on the wing. You know? I love that. So it's not brand spanking new. You see all the dirt around the engines and stuff. You see the undercarriage there who are coming in. You know, it's not perfectly clean like the Soba. It's stunning models. You know, it really is. And I often looked out the window and I noticed these marks here. Do you know, see that? A little bit of oil. Brilliant. Okay, here we come. I'm manual here at this point. For some reason I'm always coming in high at the very end. It won't show me the deflection on the ailerons. That's a Microsoft thing. But that looks like it's way down there. The trim. But that would make sense. Here I come. All manual in here. All manual. Very nice. A little bit high, and I'm going to get all the whites now. Let's see if I fix that and got down to the touchdown markers. You had a load of clouds. I don't know what's going on with my sim now because it's not showing any clouds at all in the real world weather, and I'm disappointed about that. Here we go. So I was flaring about 30 feet. I missed the touchdown. It was a firm landing, I'd say. Yeah, the wing wobble is too much with the FS Realistic. Far too much. It's not as good as X-Blades. So let's have a look at another angle here. I might get a tail strike down a little bit. That's very close. Okay, it's a firm landing. And one last one. I'll tell you, I'm going to put a person standing view just at the touchdown point, right here. So I put my camera here. I'm going to go to lock mode. In fact, if I go further in, it might work better. Go to camera and switch off follow me mode. Don't follow mode. Switch to lock mode. I'll come back out then. And let's have a look at that from here. I have to get a manual zoom button because I'd love to be able to zoom in and out here. See, I went high there and it floated a little bit. Then I came down. So I keep doing that and I don't know why. It's very peculiar. There you go. I didn't get a tail strike. Nice firm landing. I think that was an okay landing, folks. What do you reckon? I really do. I'm not displeased. It was a bit late. I would agree. It was a little bit past the touchdown markers. Not by much. But look. There you go. Folks, a little bit higher there. We'll have a look here. There we go. See that bit went too high? So I would have got the touchdown marker so it did, if it didn't end up too high. Boop. So there you go, folks. That is the end of the stream for tonight. It is now Wednesday. Got Thursday and Friday to go, so I'm 2.5 weeks into it. That was a good stream. I learned a lot there. Thank you very much, everybody, for viewing. By the way, who haven't commented, don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget you can follow on Twitch. We'll see us around a fair bit. And sorry about producer buttons there earlier on during the day. So thank you all very, very much. I'll just say a quick goodbye. If I can get the damn tags to come up, because Flight Sim's not even giving me the real world weather today, and I can't get the tags of all the boys that's following us. I think I mentioned you all there. I'd say you've all long gone home by now. Oh no, there's some there. There's Lonely Reaper. Lonely Reaper. Red Cap. And some of you may be with me, I don't know, because you might be new, and I hope you are new with us. Do join us in the North European server, folks. You're more than welcome to fly along on the North European server. You'll see where we're going to and from by the title of the video on Sunday. So, however, I do go on the Discord, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and I tell you the exact flight plans. You can download it yourself with myself and Colin Klink. That's usually Crazy GA flying. And if you want to support the channel, you can become a member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch. So, folks, thank you very much. I'm delighted you enjoyed it, and we'll see you very, very... get the button here. Very, very, very soon. Thank you, folks, and see you during the week.